Hi everybody. In the previous video we've discussed relation cache basics and we explained the cache empty result and cache non-unique result and how do they affect the code. In this discussion I want to add a discussion a bit about scope. Okay? How long does the relation live? What is its scope? Well, by definition the scope of a cache is the execution of its controller. So if you look at our code, remember we called child once, and when we run this code we can see in the profiler that every shipper was selected once. If you do the same now and call it twice, okay, let's say, or call it 10 times, let's say new child dot add, we'll be able to see that every value was then selected from the database 10 times. Right? Good to know, important to know, but how do we extend that? What if we want that cache to be kept even though the controller was closed and reopened? Well, to do that we have to follow several steps. Okay? So let's write it down in our title. By default, scope is a single execution of a controller. Okay? To extend that, you need, okay, fix my spelling. So let's see what we need to do in the code to extend that cache. First of all, instead of using new, we'll use cache. When we were using the previous method, every time a new controller was created and executed. When we're using cached, the controller is only created once and reused, allowing us to cache more things and keep more things with it. Okay? Second flag we need to set is keep cache alive after exit. Okay? Because we want this controller to, this table's values, cache values, to be kept after it exits. And the last thing we have to do, we also have to define the same entity in the entity's controller of its parent, so it will hold the cache. So we'll do here entities.add and shippers. Okay, now that may remind you of the declare command of Unipass or adding a table in control D in version 9 or 8. By defining it here in the parent task, in our demo cache, we are defining a place to keep the cache of the inner controller. Let's go ahead and run this and see what we get. And now, in my child test, we can see that even though, sorry, the shippers table was accessed 4 times and the orders table was accessed 50 times since we didn't put an entity for it in the parent task. Want to fix it to orders as well? Not a problem. Let's do that. Let's say entities add new models orders and set it also to keep cache alive after exit. Set it to true and we're done. Perfect. So that's all there is for this one. Let's continue later. Cheers.